Hey, so I just watched Return of the King on DVD. Haven't seen it for a few years, and let me tell you about the 3 times that I saw them originally in the cinema. The first time was 2001, between Christmas and New Year, in Stockholm. We went to the cinema, and all throughout the film there were these kids up on the balcony talking through the whole film, and it pissed me off a lot, pissed a lot of people off. So I said, next year we're gonna watch the second one at Two Towers on the premiere, because then there will only be fanatics, and they will sit there quiet, you know, like, oh. And so the next year I actually, some people call me crazy, but I actually went along with those people who made tents outside of the entrance to the cinema to get the tickets from when they were released. And I built this little wind shelter because it was freezing, and I stayed up all night, and they made a list of the first 100 people so that no one would be able to, you know, push through the line. They would let people in that order. And then the thing was, in Malmö, which is where I live at that time, they were showing the film on opening at midnight at 2 theaters. One was the Royal Theater, the big one, and then Filmstad, and the smaller one. And everybody wanted to get into Royal Theater, but there's only so much space, and you were allowed to buy at least, I think it was 5 or 6 tickets. So and so there were rumors in the line of how many tickets can there be left. And when I came into the cinema and there were 6 counters, you would go up to one of them. The guy who came in front of me, he went up right on my right, and he made a joke. I want 6 tickets for the wedding planner. Haha. And I went up and said 6 tickets to Royal, and I got the last 6 ones. So on opening night at midnight, I took my girlfriend, a few friends, my brother, and we were of course scattered throughout the venue because of, you know, the last couple of tickets. But my older brother walked in there, and there are people dressed like elves and dwarfs, and they have arrows and stuff, and he's like, whoa, what is this? And I think that he was probably the only one in that entire theater for sure who had not yet seen the first film. He would probably have been slaughtered if he'd said that out loud. Anyway, that was fun. I thought I would, you know, fall asleep because we're talking midnight, we're talking 3 hours, but I was like, oh god. And then the third film, we were in Australia on the Gold Coast, and we were thinking the movie opened on Boxing Day or the day after Boxing Day. And a few days before that, we went up to the counter and said, well, we want a ticket for the film, you know. We were thinking maybe 2 or 3 or 4 days later. And they said, well, we'll still have tickets for the opening day. And I was like, what? Yeah. But apparently they were showing the film in several, you know, cinema rooms at the same time, like all through the days. And so we went and we saw the final movie of the trilogy, and afterwards I had a feeling like I just had when I watched Return of the King. You're just sitting there and you see the credits roll by, and something happens, something that I don't know, you feel that you after it you slip back into the real world, but for a while you're sitting there and everybody's silent. No one got up during the credits. They were just sitting there and feeling that this was the end of a 3-year amazing period on cinema. But I haven't had a call from Mr. Jackson himself lately, but I'm still hoping that Bilbo, or The Hobbit as it's called in English, will make its way to the cinema eventually. Because, I mean, that's my favorite book. So yeah, just wanted to share a little bad throat, and now I will take the Ring of Power.